Hello guys, I thought I would do a little video from here, from Greece, and show you my surroundings as I speak. This video wasn't planned. I'll do my planned video later on. And the faraway hills that you can see there, well, this is not Greece, it's actually Albania. So it's interesting that you can actually see Albania from Greece. So I'm going to tell you two little stories here. The first one is from one of my viewers who sent me an email to ask me for some advice just this past week. But this video is not going to be about the advice I gave him, but about his story. Because once you hear his story, you are going to understand better the mindset of the average Jehovah's Witness. So this young man has applied for his papers. He's from Latin America, and he applied to get his papers to live legally in the United States through studying. And when you apply this way, well, you have some restrictive rules, and that's normal. One of which is you have to study a certain amount of hours in order to get what you are applying for. And the other thing is he also had to work to make a living, right? To be able to eat and have a roof above his head. So what happened is that obviously having to study many hours during the week and work at the same time, that affected his meeting attendance and his preaching attendance. So he was going through a lot of pressure, a lot of stress already because of what he was doing to get his life together, basically. So you would think that he would get some type of relief from his religion, right? Because after all, Jesus said that people who were seeking him, they were going to get some relief, right? Not more burden than they already have. Well, you probably have guessed it if you are an ex-Jehovah's Witness. Instead of getting any relief from his religion, what he got is more pressure from them. Now, before I tell you what I'm going to tell you, it's interesting to know that this gentleman's own landlord asked him if he was actually living in this apartment because he was so busy that he was never in that apartment. Well, believe it or not, few elders and few non-elder Jehovah's Witnesses actually made this poor guy feel guilty and told him that he was supposed to be at the meetings more and in preaching work more. But that's not all. Few stupid individuals, because I don't know what else to call them, few stupid individuals, Jehovah's Witnesses individuals, actually told him to drop everything he was doing basically and just be a full-time Jehovah's Witness already. So when you hear this type of stories, you understand how much the average Jehovah's Witness is in a bubble. They are completely out of touch with reality. They are telling a young man who's thriving to reach out to what he needs to have a decent life, reach out to get his papers to be legal in the United States, studying and working at the same time. They are telling him that he should just drop it all and trust on Jehovah already. Well, as far as we know, Jehovah never gave people's papers to be legal in the United States unless they did something themselves. And believe you me if I'm telling you that I know quite a bit about this, okay? Because I was for a few years in a Spanish congregation full of Mexicans that were illegal. And believe you me if I'm telling you that many of them never ever got their papers. So if Jehovah gave people's papers to be legal in the United States, well, we would know it, right? And second of all, when you belong to a religion that keeps on asking you for money, well, you know that you need to work, right? Obviously, if Jehovah doesn't give money to his own organization, basically falling from the sky, well, we know that you little Jehovah's Witness, he's not going to give you money falling off the sky. So what does this mean? Well, it means that you have to work for your money. So I hope if you are an indoctrinated Jehovah's Witness and you're listening to this, I hope that it helps you see how a rather normal, rather intelligent person can turn into a complete idiot when they are members of a cult. Because the advice that those Jehovah's Witnesses gave, this awful advice that they gave him to just drop everything already and just attend the meetings and go in service, a normal person, meaning a person who was not indoctrinated in a cult, would never ever say such a thing. But when you are indoctrinated in a cult, such as the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, your common sense goes out of the window. And you find yourself giving the worst advice out of this world to someone. And guess what? It's that behavior that encouraged this man to do some research about his own religion. Because he knew what he was going through, and he knew that, if anything, he was supposed to get some relief from his religion, but he got the opposite. So beware, Jehovah's Witnesses. Your fanatism is not pulling people in your religion. It's actually pushing them out. And that's exactly what happened to this young man. Because he thought that those witnesses were rather fanatics, he decided to do some research about his own religion. And thanks to you, smart Jehovah's Witnesses, your fanatism helped him, in this case, find my videos and other videos. And it was just a few days until he woke up from this false religion. And the second thing I want to tell you is that I found my brother thanks to one of my viewers. I do not have at this point his address, phone number, or even email address, but I do know the exact town that he's living in and the exact Kingdom Hall that he's attending. And I'm not at liberty to say much more, because guess what? We are protecting people in a cult. And that's how you know you're in a cult, Jehovah's Witnesses. If you were not in a cult right now, I'll be able to give you the name of the person who helped me find my brother and how and all that good stuff. But because he's awake and he's the only one knowing that he is awake, not even his wife knows he's awake. And I'm even saying more here in this video because it's in English. I can't even say that in the French video because, well, that's in the French department. What I'm talking about is happening in France. So, guys, That's how you know you're in a cult. When everything needs to be kept secret to protect the person who gave you the information. That, my friends, unless you are a spy for the government, the only reason why there is so much secret going on, it's because you are in a cult. And because we need to protect people who are awake, but nobody else knows that they are awake around them, not even their family members. In order to protect them, we have to keep quiet. And that, my friends, it's a sign. It's one of the criteria that you are in a cult. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, like it, comment, share it, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye now.